welcome to Bull or Bear Futures channel. Today I'm gonna talk about the volume that is really important variable regardless the asset or the market you are trading. It's really important and it can provide you very important info and you can get it through different ways, and this is what I'm going to talk about. First and maybe most used way of displaying the volume is on the horizontal axis, such as in this chart, and where each bar of volume represents one candle. It's related to one candle, okay? This, in my case, for me, is the useless way of reading the volume, because the intraday I can't extract any info through it. It's not needed, or you are going, if you see my videos, you see that I don't use it and I don't have it in any of my charts. This case is the VWAP, is the volume weighted average price. In this case, where the volume is used to weight the price, here we cannot get actually the volume, but it is definitely a variable important to form this indicator, okay? Because if you have a candle with no volume or few volume, or a candle with a huge volume, the meaning of it is completely totally different. So the VWAP is important indicator. It's broadly used as reference for the market, and then I like using it not as a reference, or not as a setup. I don't have any setup trading, but since market considers it, I like using and having it on my charts. Many times it works as supports. If price is coming from the bottom of the chart, it works as resistance. This combination of price weighted by the volume brings really important info. Next one is the volume at price that we can get here in the Super DOM. Basically, it states the volume in each level of price. That for me is much more useful, because I don't care about the volume during a specific time, but the volume in a price is important because we can detect the interest that region or that price, that region of price have for the investors. So this way I really use it, and you may also see in my live streams I always mentioning about it. The other one I really like is the volume profile. The volume profile is shown in the vertical axis, and for me the volume itself, the figure, the number, it doesn't matter. What I really want to see here is the profile it forms, okay? You can see where is the liquidity, where the big players are trading. Then you can get, for example, region of support and resistance. This is really interesting to have, and you see my live streams that I'm always mentioning about it. So this is something that you definitely should look at if you're not doing so far, okay? Here is the unbalanced volume. That is a very important indicator in my perspective. More than the volume itself traded in a specific day, in the daily basis, I see actually the volume. I didn't mention it at the beginning, but the daily basis, I like seeing figures to understand how the market, if we are trading with high volume, lower volume, it varies depending on the season or the time of the year. So in the daily perspective, I like seeing, okay, just making a rectification based on what I've said before. But an indicator that is really interesting for me is the OBV, because here it states not the volume of a session, but the balance. For example, if we start counting the OBV today, we will print the volume of this session. If tomorrow we have a positive session, I mean, if tomorrow's close is higher than today's close, the volume of the session will be taken and summed to today's one, okay? And the following session, for example, if you have a positive close again, then that volume will be summed again. But when having a negative close, if we have a close lower than the previous one, then we subtract that volume. So as you can get here, you have this curve chart represents the balance. So it's really interesting to, for example, confirm trends. If you have a downtrend and the OBV also making a downtrend such as we are seeing here, then it's interesting because the OBV confirms downtrend. The same for the uptrend. And this leads home to many analyses that will not be the objective of this video, but we can, if you like it, we can talk in future videos, okay? But this one is definitely one that really use in the daily basis. So basically that's it. My intention was just to make a brief mention about each style or each way of reading the volume and emphasizing that you should definitely look at the volume and figure out what way or what kind of indicator or how to read it, how you could match this with your current way of seeing the market. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed. See you in the next video.